Hello everybody and welcome to another tutorial in camera and lens repair. And this time a friend of mine asked me if I could take a look at this old Summilux, Leica Summilux, or should it be Leica Summilux 1.4, and it's a 50mm for the Leica M. And you can see, oh, it looks looks actually quite nice. At least if we put some torch through it, and then we have a different story. I mean, much different story. And so I think I will take a look at it. Well, I have been into part of it, but I think okay, there will be it will be a subject for a video. And I will start with the front lens group, with the front here. I will later come to the back lens group, which is also a bit dirty, I think. The lens is actually working pretty good. The aperture is really good, but the lens element, not so good. So I found out something, because there's no service manual for those lenses out there. And how to get into that? Well, I mean, somebody else has been into it. There's missing one screw, set screw here, and there are some marks here for whatever tool somebody has used to come into it. I will not use that kind of tool, but I will use my own homemade tool, which is much better. We need some tools anyway. There will be some dentist tools, especially those flat spade kind of, and a pointy one, and a dentist tweezer, 1.2mm flathead screwdriver, nothing special, and of course some homemade tools like this. It's actually a lamp thingy, but it's stainless steel, so it's really good. So I made some 2 pins, and this is also a wrench, 24mm wrench, but I made those pins here, which is really good for making working with those lenses. Some lens tool can also be very handy. Even an old adjustable caliber. This is good. I mean, the rubber tools doesn't really fit that good in this lens, and we need some rubber tools at least to put the lens on when cleaning them. And about cleaning solution, I will try with the Eclipse. It's this one at least, or the other one, which should be the same, but it should be guaranteed safe in planes. You see the red and the white top. And I will of course also use some lighter fluid. Maybe some isopropyl alcohol will also be useful. I don't know yet. Some peg pads, non-abrasive wipes, should also be very useful. And of course also some cotton buds should be very useful too. Now let's jump into it, because it's an interesting lens to work with, actually, as far as I know. You see, to get into the front lens, normally there is a retaining ring on the front, or there maybe should unscrew the very front, but not here. Well, it's a retaining ring nameplate, But if we look closer to it, see there are two cutouts here, a notch, and there's also a notch over here, but they do not sit the opposite side of each other. It's actually what do you say, angled a little out of in the middle, in between the two. So I made myself a tool, which you can see the two pins here, probably here and here. They are off center. It will say one end is in the center and the other is off, of course, actually a lot. This ring here is actually part of a pipe, water pipe thingy, and I file it down to, grind it down to something like 42 point, yeah, you could say 42.2 millimeter. And so it is. So the pins here are at least quite a millimeter. And it should be not on the edge here, out to the edge, but more inside. It will be something like, if you see here, from the edge, there should be something like 70 millimeter, and from the outside there should be something like, let's see, if we go into here and to there, it should be around a millimeter. And also from the other side there should be around, 2 millimeter or so. I think stuff. Yeah, something like 2 millimeter. The most important thing is that the pin is at least 1 millimeter from the edge here to where this cutout, gap is starting. Because then, if I use my lens tool, this is just a walking stick, or you could use another name, a adjustable tool, kind of. So you would think, well, maybe it should go here. But you can see it will pretty much, as other persons have been in here and make it all really scratch here, it will slip. So it's much more safer to use that kind of tool here, because it will go into the front here and stays there. See that? And in that way we can, it sits, this retaining ring sits pretty tight. So I used some isopropyl alcohol, and I use a lot of isopropyl alcohol around the edge here, and let it suck in and let it stay there for a while. If you think of, okay, it will just be very easy to take out, it isn't, I can say. That's why I made this homemade tool, which I would think they also use in the factory. So, and I also used my homemade tool here for adding the isopropyl alcohol in here. It's more controlled in a way than the cotton bud. But let's jump into it. Since I've already I mean, take a sneak peek inside, I know what I'm going into, at least some of it. So, and it sits good. So we can just unscrew it that way. So we can just lift it off. And there is another spacer made of plastic that actually is protect the front lens from being scratched by the retaining ring, which is a good thing. So we can just do so. And then we actually looking into the front lens. It sits pretty tight, at least in this lens. And to get it out, well, I think it would be a lot easier if I use some kind of a tool, I mean a rubber thing, to actually make the lens coming out. So this is, you can see it has a curve in here. So I place it in the center of the lens and simply bang it into my working desk, because it sits a bit tight. And if you are lucky, you can probably get it out. Hopefully. I'll just try to use my lens sucker, this one, and to actually see if I can pull it out. So you can see, and then I can release it and it's out. So now we can see there has been something. If we look at the white stuff here, maybe the lens has been into a high humidity environment, which I think it is, probably. And let's have a look into the actual lens surface and see how dirty it is. Well, actually I think it's really dirty in a way. So I will take a look at it and see how much it actually is possible to clean out. And I will use the gray rubber tools here to put it on, and in that way, without damaging anything, I'll start with the front and to see if it's safe enough. Yeah, I think it's okay. And then with a with a lens tissue, see how much is it possible to actually do with the when cleaning a lens, because it's actually quite dirty. So I think I will go for a full piece of paper and see how it will go. Yeah. And I think I will actually go for the Eclipse, which I think, because it's not Fungus in here, I think I will start with the Eclipse. And if it's not enough, I will try with the lighter fluid. So gently, very soft and around in circles, a very light pressure and out. How will that be? Now let's take a look. Oh no, well, it's more on the inside. There is something. You can see there is something of well, I don't know what it is exactly. Could be beginning of some fungus or so. But let's see. I think I will go for the lighter fluid instead. It seems to just work very good in many lenses. Let's see. I mean, that's the wipe should always, always be wet when you cleaning a lens element. And then go around in circles. We have to do it twice at least. But let's see how good it will be. Well, it has improved a lot, but will it still be okay? There is something on the front, definitely. It's not so much on the inside, but there, if you can see, there is some kind of, I guess it must be some fungus on the front, a beginning of light fungus. So I think I will just try with some, yes, you get it, hydrogen peroxide 3%. And let's see how good it will be with that. It has worked in many other lenses, so it might be the same in this case. So let's have a go and see how good it actually will be. I have no idea about it, but it could be the solution for that. And of course it should always be wet and very light pressure on it. Could be that it helps. Well, I don't know how much has happened to this. It's still wet. I mean, there is something, definitely something on the, both on the front and on the back of this front lens element. But we can give it another go and see how good it will be. Sometimes it has to stay there on a short time. And sometimes it will not do anything. But at least we will try. And we give it another go with the lighter fluid. Well, something had happened. there's still something, but maybe it will not be that much of effect on the fall of contrast. Maybe there will be some, but well, I think it will be all for that. Maybe we can do another go on the inside, I mean the back side of this lens. I don't know, but at least we'll have a go. So there. And then some lighter fluid. And see how good it will be. Well, at least something has improved. Or yes, it's actually only on the front that things looks like. It's more, I mean, the backside really looks okay, much better than it was. So I think there has been some improvement of that, but maybe we can give it a last go with the hydrogen peroxide and see how good it is. So maybe so there, another turn, so it's out, and then we could give it some lighter fluid, and I think it will not be so much better, but at least things has happened. And we give it some more. And we will just have the last go. And hopefully it, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it will be that. At least something has really improved in here, especially on the inside of the lens. So I can actually put it back in again, which I think I will do. Where did it go? Somewhere. Yeah, of course, it's still here. So and I think I will just unscrew the next lens element. It can sit tight. Maybe it's different in your lens. And you see here, I mean, there are some rusty on this spring, which might have been the reason the lens is so a bit badge shape. And on the back here, it I need to actually unscrew this retaining ring. And in that case, I could use a caliper, adjustable caliper, and it will work, yeah, kind of pretty good. But again, it should be something like 33 millimeter. But again, I think I will use my homemade tool here. I think it's safer to actually, you see the 2 pins here. This is 32.58 millimeter. So you can just put it on here and make sure it's on both the notch and unscrew it. And I think it's a more safe way to unscrew a retaining ring instead of using a lens tool, because it's you have a better grip on it. So the retaining ring is out, and then the next thing is, because the lens will not just fall out, as you can see, and it's why there is another plastic spacer in here that prevent the retaining ring from scratching the lens element on the black surface. So I need another one of a dentist tool, my old dentist tool, which has a very, very thin flat spade here, you probably can see, and it's good to dig under it, under the gasket, and in that way I can lift it up a little, and with a dented tweezer, a pointy dented tweezer, I can lift it up. So let's see how it will go. It should be quite easy in a way. So, and we can push down on the edge, so you can see the plastic spacer is bent a little, and I will see if I can do it with my tweezer. No, it will not, but using another dentist tool to actually what do you say, try to lift up the inner diameter of the plastic spacer, and in that way I can push it out against the edge, and it didn't go that well. So that it's not that easy, because it's very precise made this way, but maybe I can use the two dentist tool to lift it out. Sorry, you cannot see. Maybe if I have another one, yeah, so it's out. And then I should be able to just pop the lens in my hand. And it looks it looks okay. If we just look at it, not that bad. And I can just put this lens on a stand and put the front lens in, so it's safe home, kind of. So that way. So it is what it is at the moment, but I think it's so much better than it was. And in that way I can, just to make sure everything is okay, I can put this plastic spacer in, and with the help from my dentist tools here, I should be able to put this spacer in here. See, the spacer is a little bigger than the actual diameter of the aluminium front. So you need to press it down a little. Now, so it's fine. And then I can add the retaining ring and use my tool here, which is this pipe. So going a little backward to actually catch the thread in this retaining ring, it will prevent the aluminium thread from being damaged. So now it looks so much better, in my opinion. It's not new, I know, but so it is. So let's see how much I can do with the next lens element. And how bad is it actually? Well, if we look through it, there is so much dirt, I mean dust here, you probably can see in here. And on the back here, it doesn't really seem to be that hard. But there is so much dirt in here, and also on the back. So let's see how good it will be. I think, yeah, maybe I should start with the back of the lens. I can just put this. Nah, not so good. I think it will be better if I do so, or maybe this one is better. Yeah, I think this will be better. See, the lens is quite deep, and I think I will just go for, it's not that good. What if we do so like this? Maybe it's better to use a cone, part of the cones, if we can find the right diameter. Nah. No. I think I'll just go for the gray one, and let it stay there. I think it will be fine. And I think I will go for the lighter fluid. Hopefully there is not any. So there's not any damaged from the fungus kind of thingy. And gently, I mean, some people, they say, yeah, the coating inside the lens is very, very soft. But I mean, already now we can see there is a huge difference only on the front of the lens. So let's see how good it will be. And remember, always a wet wipe. You can't damage the lens surface, or the coating at least, if you use a soft. So that should be enough. Wow. It looks really so much better, but still, is it what it is? Yeah. I think we have another problem, Houston. And it is like other cemented lenses. It's between the two lens elements. And there I can really not do anything. But at least the lens surface, it's so much better than it was. So no matter what I do now, it will not be any better. Which is, I think it's fine for now. So I will just assemble it again, put the lens into the housing here. And say that's all fine. Yeah, there is something on this those lens element, and I will just add this plastic spacer into here and say okay, I did what I could. So maybe the lens needs a new coating on the surface, and of course the cemented lens has to be de-cemented, I mean taken apart. So I think it will be fine for now. So there. At least the lens will be more clear. But if you think of what we already seen in this lens, the lens has, in my guess, been stored in a wrong way. So let's have a look into the, well, you remember how it was in the beginning, but at least it's so much better still. It has been damaged by the what do you say, the fungus thingy. So there's not really much I can do about it. Well, I can just put it back in again and say that's all fine for now. So there. Another thing is that in this lens, I don't know what had happened to it. So we take the back lens group. So out with that. And again, there is a retaining ring in here. And I haven't been farther into the that part of the lens. I only had a sneak peek inside the front part here. But I found out just by looking at it, and just put my lens tool here on, that the back lens group is actually the same diameter as the, oh, it was loose already. So, what had really happened to this lens? I don't know. There's a retaining ring, and I guess I can just pop the lenses out here. So I turn it over. And, oh, there's much more than that. And it looks here. Now, so there is a two. Okay, there is a, oh, there is 1, 2, 3 here. So what? How does it look actually? I'll begin with the, oh, and now I get some vinegar here, straight out of the bottle. So there. I have no idea how good it will be, but it stinks a little. So hopefully it can do something. The smell is not so good. But let's see. Could be. As some people say, they work different from well, I'm not sure how good it will be. And then we can try to, after, clean it with some lighter fluid. Some improvement or not? No, not any difference. There is really a lot of as you can see, there's really a lot of fungus in here. So I'm not sure I can do anything about it. What about the middle? Well, at least it looks better than the other. So maybe I can do something just with a lighter fluid. So there. Some improvement. Yeah. I mean, something had happened, but at least some of the lens element is not really good at all. How about this? Yeah, there's something. But as you can see, it looks like somebody has been in here and make some, I mean, try to clean it somewhere. Not that good. But I will see if I can do something. So there. Not really anything has improved. There is, yeah, it is not as good as I thought. You can see this is loose, but you can tighten it. Yeah, I will just let it be as it is, because there is not much I can do about it. At least something has improved, but you can still see the very back lens here. Probably you can see here, there is just simply too much about this. So I will just put it back in again and say that's that was it. Maybe there is other that have a different solution. But at least it can give maybe some inspiration of cleaning some lens element. Maybe the lens elements, some of them needs to be repolished. I don't know. But there has been some improvement, you can tell. So it is. And let's have a look here. See how good the overall lens has been. I mean, compared to what it was, I mean, there has been some, yeah. But still, Fungus, not good at all. So it is for now. And but at least I hope you can use the info in this video about cleaning a lens element. I think it's interesting to see what can be done, but of course not everything is possible. So that's all for me. Hope you enjoy the content and can use the info. See you sooner. Bye bye.